NFL landscape, and that is my man, Scary Terry. Guys, Scary Terry just got paid. Commanders fans, this is the news cycle that you've been waiting for a very, very long time. And the Washington just made the move that secures their future of the franchise for a very, very long time. And that is Scary Terry is officially locked in for the next 3 seasons. That's right. Not 1, not 2, but 3 seasons. But at the same time, they did ship Brian Robertson away to the San Francisco 49ers. But what does this mean for the Commanders' offense moving forward? But most importantly, how dangerous are the Washington Commanders, guys, now that Scary Terry is locked up long term? Guys, look. Scary Terry McLaurin, is the definition of consistency. He's battled through quarterback chaos, coaching turnovers, and a consistent franchise reset. Hell, he's been through 3 name changes, the football team, the Redskins, and now the Commanders. Yet he delivers 1,000-yard seasons like clockwork. And by signing him to a 3-year deal, $96 million extension, the Washington Commanders assures Jaden Daniels has a true number 1 for the next 3 seasons. He's a leader in that locker room and a guy that defines the scheme against, right? And the players Jaden Daniels can actually rely on when the game is on the line. Matter of fact, the Commanders played 3 playoff games last year, and guess what? Scary Terry had 3 touchdowns in those playoff games. So the man is the man, the myth, the legend. Let's just call it what it is. But here's where things get exciting. If you are a Washington Commanders fan, this is very, very exciting because Jaden Daniels, guys, is still on his rookie quarterback, or rookie deal, I should say. He's not eating up the $45-50 million cap space like some other quarterbacks, Dak Prescott. That gives the Commanders flexibility to invest elsewhere, a.k.a. their shitty-ass secondary. Whether that's the offensive line, bolstering the defense, or finding some weapons to surround their rookie quarterback with. That's how Super Bowl teams are made in today's NFL world, a.k.a. the San Francisco 49ers with Brock Purdy. By maximizing that rookie deal window, look at Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, look at Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, and now Washington has his own version with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. But guys, then out of nowhere, Brian Robertson gets shipped out of town. And let's be real, this one kind of shocked me and kind of hurt me a little bit as well. Robertson was a bruising downhill runner who brought balance to that offense. He gave Washington physicality and identity in the running game. Now, the production had to be replaced. Whether it's Antonio Gibson stepping up or a committee approach or a late veteran signing, the Commanders have decisions to make. The good news, the rookie quarterback contract gives them money to work with so that can afford to fly. But guys, the bigger picture, here is the thing. Yes, losing Robertson leaves a hole, but the core of the offense just solidified. With Jaden Daniels' legs, McLaurin's route running, and Dobson's growth, this offense is shifting to more dynamic, explosive attack. You won't replace Brian Robertson easily, let's just be honest, but you won't stumble upon a franchise quarterback/wide receiver pairing every day either. Guys, the Washington Commanders just secured their future for many, many years to come. Understand this, guys. The Washington Commanders simply just became the staple in the NFC. By signing Scary Terry, the Washington Commanders became the team to beat in the NFC. They're going to be good for a very, very long time. Guys, this team can win the Super Bowl this season. This team can go out there and beat down the Philadelphia Eagles, can go down and beat the Dallas Cowboys, can humiliate the Detroit Lions. They can beat the LA Rams. This Commanders team is this good because of the addition of Scary Terry, long term. Now, obviously, right? He is a little aged, air quote there. But you know what? Age like fine wine, baby. Age like fine wine. But I want to hear from you guys. Does this Terry McLaurin extension outweigh the Brian Robertson trade? Or does losing the physical running game cancel out some of the hype? Guys, comment down below. This is live interactive show. I want to hear from you and your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/man-hour. Now, see what the people are saying. Shay says, I like a wide receiver in Green Bay that's not hurt. That's not going to happen. That is never going to happen. The Green Bay Packers have a laundry list of injury-prone receivers, and they just keep adding more and more to them. Let's just be honest. Alpha Rob says it's a smart move, but still can't stand the stupid name. Signing Scary Terry might bring back the Redskins' names because you know what? They're going to have flashbacks of the 90s when they were a dominant team. Let's just be honest. The Commanders are a really, really good team. And Shea spreads, now they have to go get Micah Parsons. With that, we're going to be talking about Micah Parsons. You guys can see the rundown here over on the left-hand side of the screen. Very bottom topic there is the Cowboys. That is Micah Parsons. We are going to talk about him being a cancer. We are going to talk about him being potential trade partners with somebody. Nowhere on God's green earth is Jerry Jones dumb enough to trade Micah Parsons to the Washington Commanders or an NFC team, period. Right? He's loose upstairs in the marbles, but come on, man. Like, would you seriously trade Micah Parsons, arguably a top 5 defensive end, edge rusher, whatever you want to call him, to a division rival that's already the staple of the NFC, that's going to win the NFC this season? The rich cannot get that much richer, but it would be a Jerry Jones thing to do. However, the Commanders did just add Von Miller, right? They added Von Miller, and I know, Alpha Rob, you're not high on Von Miller. I get it. Von Miller is the type of guy you would rather not see ever again. But Von Miller does add a special aspect to this Commanders team. The Commanders' weak point is the secondary. Hopefully, who's the guy they picked up from the Saints last season? McLemore. Hopefully McLemore can step up and not be injured. That would be fantastic. But if Micah Parsons go to the Dallas Cowboys, I will officially divorce the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just call a spade a spade. Old man River.
Pigskin pun. Get you
said Terry will be fine. Like you said, he is consistent. Listen, Scary Terry gets his money. Scary Terry says, I'm going to go get 1,100 yards. That man's going to go and get out 1,100 yards, and he might keep a couple extra in the bag just for a rainy day. He has had 10 different quarterbacks throw him the ball. 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards. When we talk about top 10 receivers in the NFL, we talked about it last week. By the way, Jerry Jeudy is not a top 10 receiver. Guys, give me your top 10 receiver list down in the comments below. I'm just curious. But when I was rattling off receiver names last week, Scary Terry did not come up. Guys, I think Scary Terry is the most slept on wide receiver in the entire NFL. Like, legitimately, in the entire NFL, he's probably the most slept on. Maybe because he does play for the Commanders that have not been relevant for many, many years. Maybe it's because he just does his work and does his thing, and he kind of just goes unnoticed, right? When you go out there and you consistently do your job effectively, game after game after game, like, oh, you expect him to go do that, and you just kind of just forget about him, right? But I'm asking you guys a question: is Terry McLaurin a top 5 receiver in the NFL? He's clearly top 10. I have to rearrange my list and get him in there, whether it's knocking out AJ Brown or Tyreek Hill or somebody. Like, he's definitely a top 10 receiver. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know your top 10 receivers. I'd be curious to see if Scary Terry makes the list that we're talking about him. It rings your bell, or if old Jerry Jeudy knocks him out. Old man River says Raiders with Parson is fire. He actually said for Tyree. Raiders with Parson for Tyree. Talking about Parsons is not going to the Raiders. Get out of here. Shay said 2 seasons away from being in the loony bin. Jerry's world is coming to an end. Can we? You know how they gave Joe Biden like that competency test of like, hey, Joe, are you like able to run this country? Do you know where you're at? Do you know your name? Do you know your wife's name? Have you actually signed your name the last 2 seasons? Or 2 years, I should say. Like, I wonder if there's a competency test that NFL owners have to like do. Like, hey, are you on cocaine? Are you, no, it's that joke too soon for coach owner Jim Irsay. It's just, I don't know. But I'm just curious if there is there a competency test. Well, member says nope. No, as in Scary Terry's not a top 5 receiver. That's tough. Because if Scary Terry's not a top 5 receiver, who's your top 10? I think we have 3 right off the bat that you can name. Boom, boom, boom. Right? No particular order. JJ, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb. Knowing Old Man River, he probably has Jerry Jeudy up there in the top 5, and then Amon St. Brown, right? But I'm just curious, who are you guys' top 10s? But to end this segment, the question of the day is, guys, can the Washington Commanders win a Super Bowl in 2025? Or 2026, I should say. This season. In the 2025 NFL season, can they win a Super Bowl? I see my man Will Olson's in the chat. For some reason, you got hidden there, Will. So let me go ahead and unhide your comments. My bad. But Will says Terry is a top 20 in the NFL, top 20 receiver. And he also says, right now, I have them as the 7th best team in the NFC right now. Oh. So, Will, for some reason, your comments were blocked on my thing when I went over to Facebook. So, I see you. Comment again, and it should pop up. But when Will says the Commanders are 7th best team in the NFL, was it NFL or sorry, in the NFC? The 7th best team in the NFC. Will, my man. This tells me a few things. One, you like the Eagles more than likely, because the Eagles are a very, very good team. You probably like the Lions. They're a very, very good team. The Rams are probably going to win the West, right? And then the South would probably be the Buccaneers. So they're like, I'm assuming you meant 7th place in the playoffs. So there's your 4 first round top dogs. But then after that, who do you got? Do you got like the Cowboys up there? Do you got the a lot of people are liking the Falcons this season? Are you putting the Packers, the Vikings up there? Like, I'm curious to see what order that you have, Will. I mean, it doesn't have to be any particular order, because like, I'm not going to scrutinize your order like, oh, the Lions are in first place, whatever. Just give me the 6 names that are better than the Commanders. Because now I'm very, very intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued to see where you actually have the Washington Commanders. So, guys, in the comments down below, if you were to rank the Commanders in the NFC, not the NFL, strictly the NFC this season, where would you have them? Because honestly, I have them winning the NFC East. I have them as the 2nd, if not best team in the NFC right now. But then Will says, shoot from the hip. Boom, boom, they 7, baby. So that's an extreme dynamic. That is very, very extreme. I'm just kind of curious to see where your mindset is at. So let me scroll back up. All right, guys.